watch. And even with that rhythm, if it's still boring to watch, you can call it Chelsea United. Hello, what it do, YouTube? It's your boys, Man and Glass is back with another episode. This time, we're doing a preview of Gameweek 13 in the Premier League. What are you
Review.
doing? Well, preview. Sorry, my bad. But what do you say?
भाई
How's it going?
क्या हाल है? I'm good. How are you? क्या चल रहा है?
I'm all right, man. Just like been through the fixtures and the results, man. Wow. That was a surprising game week, wasn't it?
Kind of, yeah. Honestly, it was.
Yeah.
A
I
few
mean, there was some.
few results, few
Yeah.
results I was expecting, but more
Yeah.
or less, yes. Let's
So
just
let's
jump
start.
into the fixtures. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you say?
Where do you
Which
want
one
to
should we
start?
discuss first?
The first game week, Nottingham Forest and Liverpool.
Yeah, that's where
The
I was gonna
first
start
match
as well.
of the
Yeah.
game week. क्या हुआ
Oh,
ये?
yeah,
क्या
that
हुआ
that
ये?
that game sums up the whole game week, bro.
सवाल
Basically.
मतलब असल मुद्दे पे आते हैं. क्या हुआ है ये?
हुआ क्या भाई?
अच्छा
Oh my
हुआ है
God.
जो भी हुआ है, बट कैसे?
I mean, bro, just to think back to last week, they beat Man City, right? Everyone's thinking at this rate, Nottingham Forest is an easy fixture, as we predicted as well in our
No, honestly,
preview.
I was
But
I wasn't even expecting Nottingham Forest to score. Allison in good form. मैंने कहा अभी तबाही मचाएगा अभी.
yeah, I don't know where went
But
wrong
no,
for
they had different
Liverpool,
plans,
man.
bro. They had different plans.
Yeah, they gave Liverpool
They
a
couldn't
tough
finish.
game.
Bro, they couldn't
Mhm.
finish. Liverpool couldn't finish. Salah touchline पे खेल रहा है.
Yeah, as long as he's
Midfielder
hugging
midfield
that
है नहीं
touch
उनके.
line, he ain't hugging no goals, bro. No chance. I
And
don't think that's happening.
like they had 75% of the possession.
Yeah,
They didn't
man.
do much. They had only 7 shots on target for 75% of possession. Liverpool 7 shots is like little underwhelming, you know.
How many were on target?
Seven.
Oh,
They had
seven were
15
on
shots
target.
total.
50.
Mm.
Oh, fair enough. Like, that's a bad game for Liverpool. Especially after,
And
I mean, yeah, go on.
to put into context, Nottingham Forest also had 7 shots on target.
Oh, right. So it's pretty balanced then, right? You
Now the
can't really say
possession they could
one dominated.
25%, like three
Yeah,
fourths of the possession Liverpool, but didn't do much with it, bro. Didn't do anything with it much. They didn't do anything with it.
yeah, man. Like,
That's down in the mud.
in the mud.
See,
Liverpool fans in the mud. No offense to you guys,
that's
but
what we love to see, bro. That's
yeah,
what
we
we love
love to
to see.
see that. We love to see that. I drink water made of Liverpool fans' beers, bro. Sipping on that lean. But
Yummy.
yeah, yummy indeed. But I think like Nottingham Forest must be happy after that result. Of course, I don't think they
100%.
would
They
have
needed that.
expected that themselves. They must have surprised them own selves. Liverpool coming off such a high game against Man City, playing so well. The comeback down to reality, as you would say. I don't know if this is. I don't know where this leaves Liverpool for the season, to be honest, because the Man City game seemed like there was redemption for Klopp in the sense maybe
Mm.
he could recover the season from here on in. But after this result, they're basically where they were before the Man City game. It's almost like it never happened.
Yeah, no, मतलब वो हमारे लिए फायदेमंद उन्होंने किया जो भी किया पर अपने लिए कुछ नहीं कर पाया. Because
Yeah.
that's what I thought though, that this is the turning point of the season. They beat Man City at home. They're pumped up. The fans are pumped up. That's the turning point this time. But next week, literally next week, they lose to Nottingham Forest. Who's last? He's 20th in the league right now.
Oh my
This is the
God.
second win of the season. Second win of the season.
And what a big
Right.
win. You'd take that
Mm.
any day of the week, wouldn't you?
Any day of the week, even though it was away from Liverpool, but still you expect these games to win if you want to finish in the top four,
I
let
mean,
alone win,
Liverpool still
challenge for the
have the
title.
same quality as they did for the past 4 years. The only player that's missing
No, I
is
wouldn't say that.
Mane.
Yeah,
See,
true, but the midfield's also kind of dropping off because like Henderson wasn't always great. So yeah,
yeah.
Milner wasn't always great, but they were kind of
Hmm,
younger. They weren't this bad like they're this season. They
hmm.
didn't उनने दो signings किए हैं 2019 UCL वो जीतने के बाद two midfielder signings. I think one was Thiago and then the other is Arthur. I don't think they've bought any other midfielders in that time. So I mean, that's
Yeah,
where
that
they're
is
short. You can
yeah,
see
that's
that in the
where
game.
yeah, I mean, if you have to play Milner, don't know. That's not enough depth for your squad. Like you need someone solid, someone young, invest some money in that position, and maybe look to the future because this current midfield, besides Fabinho, is not gonna last you for longer than 3, 4 years. And that's me being very optimistic if they go on to
Three,
play
four
for three,
years,
4 years.
bro. They're
Yeah.
not gonna finish in the top four this season, with this
Yeah.
midfield. Probably you're saying 3, 4 years. They need
See again.
reinforcements ASAP. Like their
ASAP.
midfield on Saturday was Fabinho, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Fabio Carvalho. As good as these players are, like potential, they're young kids and everything. They're not the midfield that wins you titles or they get you in the top four, probably.
Yeah, 100% agree. Like Harvey Elliott can be, he is really good, right? No denying that. But again, he doesn't have the sort of experience you need in the midfield to be competing for
Mm-hmm.
top four. And Curtis Jones, I don't know, man. I've seen him for the last 3 seasons. He's a floater and he doesn't do much. He's nothing special, man. Like, I wouldn't go out to say, oh my God, like, wow, he has potential. I don't think it doesn't look like he has much to his game. It's very one-sided. It's very direct. No offense to Curtis Jones, but honestly, like they need
Yeah,
reinforcements in that area for sure.
100%, 100%, bro. But long
Yeah,
may it
but
continue.
long may it continue. 100%. We're with that 100%. Like
100%. 100,
it's a
bro.
chashme scene, bro. Like
It's
so
a
far,
Joshua scene.
yeah, it has to be like
It's a
this for the
Joshua
rest of
scene.
the season. It'll be good.
Inshallah. Inshallah, बोले.
Inshallah, inshallah.
तो इसी बात पे फिर next game.
Yeah.
Everton 3, Crystal Palace 0.
Oof. Who saw that
I didn't
coming?
expect.
Not me.
I didn't see a
Not me.
clean sheet for Everton though. Like I saw,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
probably Everton. I saw them drawing probably, but 3-0.
No. 3-0. That's dirty, fam. I didn't see that happen. Like I wouldn't expect that to happen. I would think Zaha would score a goal. Crystal Palace did have good fixtures, do have good fixtures, and they have a quality squad that's been playing really well for the past a year or so under Vieira. And Lampard hasn't done that well with Everton, as one would suppose. Yeah, he saved them from relegation, but I mean it's Everton. Everton's never been a relegation team in like
Hmm.
it. I've never seen Everton battle for relegation ever in my life, and I've been watching football for
Huh.
12 years now, 13 years, long
Yeah,
way.
not in our lifetime though. Not
Not
in
in
our
our
lifetime.
lifetime. I was
100%.
surprised to hear, by the way, listen to this, right? Last year, when they were in that relegation battle,
Mhm.
one of the commentators said there's only a few clubs that have never been relegated from the Premier League. Okay. Everton is one of them. Everton's one of them. Arsenal, yeah, 100%. Chelsea, we have been relegated, I think. We've had some bad times in our time.
Yep,
Yeah, we
not us.
have.
Never been us. Yeah, but this
Yeah.
season, though, Alex Iwobi looks good.
Oh,
Honestly,
yeah, yeah. I have my eye on
just
him
on 2 assists on
for
the weekend.
FPL. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
100%.
DCL scored, by the way. After I've, I don't
Don't
know if he scored
don't
after a long
know
time.
about DCL, man. He's
I thought,
way too inconsistent. Like, I don't know,
I
he
know though,
pops
but
up
like
and then he dips.
100%. Gordon scored.
Yeah, I
Gordon's
mean,
looking
that's their
nice.
star player. That's their
Chelsea,
star player right there.
Chelsea bid like 50 mil for him, or 40 mil or 50 mil. Bid. That
55, 55 to be
I
exact,
don't
my
understand
friend.
how Everton didn't accept that. That's the
I
best they're gonna
mean,
get for him.
that's the best they're gonna
Like he's
get for
good and
him.
everything. He's good and everything, but his contract's gonna run out eventually, and then they're gonna scrap her for 20, 30 mil.
Yeah, I mean, Everton's transfer business the past 10 years hasn't been the greatest. They always make losses on whatever assets they go on to buy. And this seems like a classic case of that. They're just carrying on the tradition of making losses in their own players. As much as I'm a fan of Gordon and I'm a Chelsea fan, I didn't see Gordon fit in at Chelsea, but Tuchel maybe had another idea And if it was Tuchel who was running for the signing, who wanted him so badly, it's
Hmm?
good that it never happened because Tuchel never lasted this season. So
That's true.
it worked out both ways for both parties, I guess.
And that was it for Everton. Crystal
Yeah,
Palace.
there's nothing much to discuss with Everton, but Crystal Palace, I don't know. I'm a bit surprised, man. I thought maybe
Ah,
Edward, Zaha would show
and
up.
they're good away though. They're not bad. They're good away.
They're not bad by any means, man. Like they are quality players. These are players that will finish you at least higher than eighth position,
Not
right?
eighth though. I would say top 10. I would say top 10, not eighth. Probably nine, eighth, 10th or ninth, like in the top half of the table. I
Man,
would go
they've
above
got
it.
a quality squad. They have a quality squad. I think I don't know what it is. Crystal Palace always gives the bigger teams a tougher fixture at Selhurst Park. They beat Man City last season. They did they beat us?
Hmm.
No, I think we beat them, but it
उसकी
was a
तो
very close game.
क्रिस्टल पैलेस तो सिटी की बुगी टीम है, वो उनको हमेशा हराती है।
See, Crystal Palace is City's boogie
आर
team. Arsenal's boogie team is Southampton. And on
साउथहैम्पटन।
that note, let's move on to that 1-1 draw. What do you think of that, man?
वो this
Oh
हमारा
my
टाइम
God.
था। it was our time to make it 10 in the half 11, bro. I don't know how we didn't win that game. That stupid ref, bro.
Who was it? Who was the ref?
Robert Jones. Sorry, Simon Cooper. No, I'm sorry, Simon Cooper. Not you, Robert Jones. Robert
RJ.
Jones भैया थे। वो I don't even know what to say because he didn't give one foul for us. ऐसा लगा या तो मैं ये सोचा either all of our players are diving, that guy's a Southampton fan. There's no other explanation. Because every like small fouls even they were going for towards Southampton. They were going towards Southampton's favor, not us. And then the best part of the game, best part of the match, what he did to Jesus. Jesus said in his interview that the ref said if you would have gone down before, then I would have given a penalty. But Jesus said he tried to stay on. The defender didn't let go and kept holding on. Then he fell naturally. But he's not gonna give a pen for that. If you would have gone down earlier, you dived, then I would have given a pen. Make it make sense,
that
bro. Like
makes
make it make
that
sense.
that makes no sense. No sense. I'd love to be the devil's advocate here, especially knowing that Arsenal drew and dropped some points, but I don't see any logic. Like, how can you rationalize that? Like, you're encouraging
Exactly,
diving,
bro.
or the other thing you're trying to say is maybe like fall down when there's a soft foul on you. If a player can
But
play on with a foul
but
on
when
him, why
Saka did
wouldn't he
that,
play
bro.
on? Yeah.
But when Saka did that, he gave him a yellow for driving.
Yeah, that's one of the mysteries of
उसने
football.
पागल बनाया था. He wanted to give us yellow. So he was like, पहले गिर जाओ मैं पेन दे दूंगा. Then he was like, yellow.
इसको बस
He was
अपने
Southampton
जेब से
fan, bro.
निकालना था. हम्म.
He's a Southampton fan 100%. I saw a 2 minute the mistakes that this ref made, bro. And all of them, I
I
would
mean,
say, I don't like blaming the referees for losses or wins. We missed a lot of chances, 100%, bro. But what happened on Sunday was disastrous.
yeah.
It was like fucking disastrous. I've never seen refereeing like this, bro. If have you seen that page on Twitter? Has VR made VR/referee made any
Oh yeah,
mistakes?
yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even he tweeted like, "This has been a disaster. I don't know how many decisions to even upload." Bro, English refs, all of them. They're all of them just so inconsistency. Aston Villa and Chelsea got a penalty for the same exact foul that was done on Jesus, or maybe even worse on Jesus because he wasn't even letting go. He was trying to. He was like, "छोड़ दे मेरी जान भाई." वो नहीं छोड़ रहा था. He was manhandled. Jesus was manhandled on
Yeah,
Sunday.
I've seen that video,
That
man. Like,
the two center backs had 11 fouls between them.
yeah.
That were bookable. That were bookable offenses. No, I'm not just talking about every foul. Bookable offenses. The guy need Jesus in the elbowed Jesus in the back.
Oh my
He
God.
attacked. You said que uska Douglas Lewis wala wo tha na violent conduct.
Uh-huh.
The Southampton defender did the exact same, plus a hand on the neck on
But I'll tell you,
Nketiah,
bro, I'll tell you what
and he got a
about
yellow.
that.
He got that was his first yellow. He elbowed Jesus before. VR checked, and then he made fouls throughout the game. And towards the end of the game, he literally did this to Nketiah and headbutt. Like the fuck, bro.
Yeah, that's not on. That's not on. But because you
Fuck,
refer to the
bro.
Douglas Luiz situation, bro, that red card was rescinded, by the
Was
way,
defended, huh?
by the FA.
True, true. But I'm saying
Hmm.
you thought it was a red card, right? A
Yeah,
lot of
I
people
thought it
think
was
it's
a
a
red
red card.
card.
A lot of people
Yeah, I
think it's a
thought
red card. It's a
like,
50-50. Like that
yeah, it's
decision
a
is a
50-50.
50-50. But
But
still,
man,
Shaka got a red card for exactly the same thing he did 2 seasons ago against Burnley. The match we lost 1-0. He did exactly the same thing. But एक बिल्कुल वही क्या था, but उसको red card मिला because he was Shaka and he was wearing an Arsenal jersey, and then it was this
oh
Robert
man.
Jones. We missed a lot of chances. I would say Jesus disappointing with the chances. Partey very disappointed. The team didn't play that good. Like we were good in the first 20-25 minutes. Uske baad they just started coming back to the game, back into the game, Southampton. And then after
Yeah.
the first half, the second half was so bad, bro. We didn't do anything. We didn't look dangerous. We had chances. I wouldn't say we didn't have chances. We had a few chances. If we put them away, we're winning that game. Because in the first 25 minutes, we had like 5-6 chances easy that we could have scored easy. We could have just put
Yeah.
the game into bed at that moment during the first 20-25 minutes. We didn't take our chances. Southampton grew back into the game. We vanished, and then they equalized. That's it, bro. If the referee
Yeah, man.
was fair, we might have won. If we were clinical, we might have won, but we didn't in the end. Points dropped. Disappointing result, but we move on.
Yeah,
I can't afford to
it's
do
a
that
part of
again.
football. This happens. Like
Mm.
maybe where
And
you've
it's our
lost
boogie team.
1 point. See,
It's our
it's
boogie
your
team.
boogie
If
team as
we
well.
have to
Yeah.
lose
So,
points somewhere, it's done, and I hope we just go back to our winning streak. 3 points. Last 3 games, three
but
points. Two
I'll
games
just
actually. 3 games, 3 games. Last 3 games, 3 points. 9 points
mm,
total.
yeah, let's
Walk
move on
into
to
your game.
Chelsea United. Oh God,
What do you
man.
think, bro? Happy, sad, good game,
Happy,
bad game?
sad. I'll be honest with you, right? I didn't expect anything more than a draw, but I'm happy there was a draw because I'll tell you why, right? I feel like the game was well and truly in United's favor the first half. United was playing really well. I don't know what or where it went wrong for Chelsea, but it just seemed like the formation wasn't working. That's why
100%.
Potter hooked Kukurea before halftime. He made some systematic changes because he hooked an LCB, a left center back for a midfielder for Kovacic. So interesting change of tactic, but hats off to him to recognize it so early on in the game. Gave us some stability, but I think it was too late because the momentum was with United and they were playing well. They made quite a few chances in the first half, if I can remember correctly. Like I don't remember Chelsea making one credible chance in the first half, and United made
Mm.
4 to 5, man. They were threatening. They were really threatening. I feel like Kepa was on form. He's been in great form recently. And again, he came up with the goods against United. If it wasn't for him, I don't know what the result would have been. But moving on to the second half, I think the team talk would have been effective because when Chelsea came out, then got a string of passes, got a bit of possession, looked a bit more confident on the ball. Still, the biggest problem was we weren't creating as many chances because there weren't many shots on goals. It was just we are making plays around the box. We keep making plays around the box, keep making plays around the box, but that's just not enough. Like it was a bit of a disappointing game in that sense because it wasn't exactly entertaining. But with Chelsea United, I expect the same each and every season, no matter where the game actually is, Old Trafford or Stamford Bridge. Both teams come in with a very risk averse approach. They don't want to take risks when it comes to passing. They don't want to dribble a player. It's just like it's the clash of the titans that used to be, right? But it's almost like they're afraid to penetrate each other. It's just they'll keep passing the ball, keep possession. Like for them, I think the priority for both United and Chelsea when they come into this fixture is to not concede a goal. Okay, first priority is not to concede a goal. Second priority is to score a goal. That's where it goes wrong for both teams because then it ends up being a draw. This is
Mm.
the mentality of a draw. No matter who you're playing, if you have the mentality, you come in, we have to score a goal. You'll try, you'll create chances. Eventually, a goal's gonna come because that's
Hmm.
football. You'll scrape it, maybe you win well, a scrappy penalty or a foul somewhere, threatening something, you get a goal. But you need to have that mentality, which
Hmm.
Chelsea didn't seem like it. United in the first half seemed like it, right? They were out to get us. They were out for blood. But second half, a bit more stability in Chelsea's play. Was it? I mean, obviously, as a Chelsea fan, it was nice to see, but it just wasn't enough. I have to give my honest opinion on it. Like, even with the penalty, I think it was a penalty. I don't think there's any doubt when it comes to that. But that was against the run of play because those 5 or 10 minutes earlier, United started creating chances again. They looked threatening again, and when we won the penalty, it was against run of play. I was really happy because it was the 87 minute, and I'm thinking here, okay, this game is done, right?
Ah,
Because
even
both,
when I saw Chelsea score, I was like, game's done, 1-0, khatam. I
yeah,
even
I was
messaged
pretty
you. I
confident.
even messaged you. I
Yeah,
said, कि
yeah.
आपका clean sheet 100% है
Oh
report.
my God, bro. Like that legendary conversation because it lasted 3 minutes, right? Our comments were only valid for 3 more minutes because Casemiro comes in out of fucking
What a header
nowhere.
though.
Had what a header and good keeping as well. It's just
Hmm.
an element of
Agree.
luck that obviously went United's way, but
Hmm.
also it's good attacking because they obviously created the chance where they were able to score. But I think they deserved the goal. After that match's performance, I would say they did deserve the one goal. Chelsea, less so, but I'm taking the draw. I'm happy with the draw because like this fixture goes the same way each and every season. No surprises there.
हाँ तुम्हारी prediction भी यही थी draw. तुमने
Draw.
कहा था draw
It's
होगा.
this is the most drawn game in Premier League.
Hmm.
Whenever Chelsea United face each other, bro, Carabao Cup के अलावा, FA Cup के अलावा, UCL खेलती नहीं है United. But if it's a knockout competition, then you see like you can see mentality in both the
Hmm.
sides to
Well,
go out and score
that
goals.
तो all in है ना उसमें. Knockout में तो all in
Yeah,
होता है ना. You don't
yeah,
have
you
any
have to go
option.
all in.
हारे तो
You
गए.
can't
ऐसा तो
हारे
नहीं
तो
है.
गए. You have to double down,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
But you know, when it comes to the Premier League, last time Chelsea won this fixture was in under Conte, man. And now Conte is
वैसे पता है
Spurs manager. It's been a
last
minute.
मैंने last I'm not sure अगर ये last United हाँ I think ये last United Chelsea का जो मैच हुआ था
Mm.
लीग का उसमें भी 1-1 ड्रॉ था. वो भी कुछ ऐसे ही था कि 5 मिनट के अंदर 2 गोल लगे थे. पहला आई थिंक अलोंसो ने मारा था या अलोंसो ने असिस्ट कराया था एंड देन रोनाल्डो इक्वलाइज 3-4 मिनट्स लेटर एंड देन दैट्स इट. पूरा
Yeah,
गेम
yeah,
ऐसे ही बस था.
yeah. Actually, it was something like that. It was something like that. Don't have the memory
ये
to
अभी
remember the exact goal scorers, but it was a draw, bro. The past four
I think
seasons, it's
Alonso
been
scored
draws.
or Alonso assisted. I remember having him in my FPL. तो वो तो कुछ था. रोनाल्डो इक्वलाइज I remember. तो वो भी ऐसे ही
Yeah.
हुआ. तो 3-4 मिनट बाद जो अभी अभी इस मैच में भी 87 पे चेल्सी ने मारा and then
Mm.
United equalized. Exactly what happened, but different times. But the space between the goals was the same, almost,
Yeah. It
almost.
just goes on to show how they just come in to play the game just like with the drawn mentality, man, both sides. Like, and there have been a couple of controversial decisions in
Hmm.
Chelsea United matches in the past, but that's in the past, right? And obviously
इस मैच
those
में तो
would have
तुम लोग को
changed.
सही डिसीजन दिया था.
Yeah, ace match में तो refereeing अच्छी थी, bro, in the sense like he was lenient, he let the play go on, especially for in favor of United in the sense like they were making great chances and there was
Hmm.
small fouls here and there, soft fouls off the ball, but he let the play go on in United's favor. And as a football fan, I like that. Obviously, I hate the fact that he didn't give the foul there and then because I'm a Chelsea fan, but speaking from a strictly neutral perspective, I like to see a referee who just lets things go. Don't give a foul on everything you see because it just stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. It doesn't really create this rhythm in the game and it's just boring to watch. And even with that rhythm, if it's still boring to watch, you can call it Chelsea United. That's what it is.
हाँ वैसे I was watching the game. I was studying for my exam while I was watching the game.
Yeah.
तो क्या कहते हैं ये बोरिंग ही था. कोई इतना didn't take my attention away from my studies that much because like first half kind of because United was attacking. Second half like
Yeah.
both teams kind of did but weren't threatening.
No,
they weren't threatening enough. क्या
the
कहते
big
हैं?
fixture. Here's the other big fixture we need to talk about, which is Newcastle and Tottenham Hotspur, man. What
Expose
happened?
हो गए, expose हो गए.
Bro, what prediction did I give you for Spurs Newcastle?
2-1. I said 1 or you said 2-1. मुझे लगा, मैंने तुम्हें कहा था कि मैं कह सकता हूँ, हो सकता है. What a goal by Wilson. What a goal by
Yo,
Wilson
what a
though.
goal. Do you reckon that's a foul though on
Nah, bro. They bumped into each other. Nah,
Loris?
there's no way.
It
Lloris, if you see it in slow-mo, right? Lloris
Yeah.
was standing up for a second, and as soon as he saw he's not gonna make it, there's no chance he's gonna make it after the impact, he just fell down to the ground. Now they just bumped into each other, bro. There was nothing more into it.
I
Like he
think
didn't.
Loris was also playing for it because the thing is, he was out of
Hmm,
position. He made a huge mistake. He's blundered already, and the best chance he's got here
used to fall
is
down.
to pretend to have been fouled, which
Hmm.
you could say it's a very, very soft foul in the sense they
No,
bumped
it's not
into
a
each other.
foul. Bro,
See,
exactly. They were two guys. It's contact sports. Yeah, two guys are running for the ball. Obviously, they're gonna bump into each other. There were no one came out with a tackle or a leg, came out with a leg to hit the other person. They just bumped into each other. If you see, they're like into
See, the
each
only
other.
thing I
They're running.
reckon that they could have made a difference to the refereeing decision was if Wilson went full pace into Lloris, which he didn't. Because, like in the
Hmm.
replay, he's slowing down. He's trying to avoid Lloris. Like he's
Hmm.
not trying to consciously make contact with him, right? Which
Hmm.
obviously then makes it seem
100%.
like it's not a foul for sure. Like in my opinion, it's not a foul, but I'm trying to play a devil's advocate, but just thinking maybe if that happened to Kepa, I'd be a bit pissed. I'll be honest with you. I'm pretty sure if that happened to
I'd be
Ramsdale, you'd
pissed
be
at the
pissed.
keeper. I would be
Really?
pissed at the keeper. I wouldn't call for a
I
foul. I wouldn't. I
I don't
wouldn't call
know,
for a
but
foul. I'd be pissed at the keeper because he came out in the first place. He couldn't deal with that, and then he just bumped and fell. What the fuck are you trying to do, boy?
to be honest, bro,
Because
like
any chance that you had, and any chance that you had of rectifying your mistake, you just
lost it.
lost it.
Yeah,
So
100%.
that wasn't a foul any day for me. There wasn't a foul. No chance in that. They
But
bumped
to be
into
honest,
each other, bro.
on first impression, if I'm watching that live without a replay, right, and if it's Kepa, my honest, genuine reaction is shouting at the referee. I think in real time, if I watch it, like in the midst of a game without the replay, I reckon that's a foul. But when you go back to the replay and everything, it does look like Wilson is trying to avoid contact, and I wouldn't
And
be
he's
that
slowing
pissed
down.
afterwards. I would be more pissed at the goalkeeper.
Bro,
But
when
besides
this
that, man, what a
when they
goal.
went to VAR to check the goal, I was surprised. I was like, what? Why? It's not a foul. And they
Mm,
took so long to. I was like, it's not a foul, bro. Come on. It's a contact
yeah,
sport. He's running. He's trying to slow down. Obviously, he's not gonna stop in time. If he
yeah.
didn't stop in time, it's not his fault. And if he
He's
bumped into the other
entitled
guy,
to go for the
both
ball.
both of them are running. Not like
Yeah.
one of them was. Both of them were kind of going for the ball, and they bumped into each other, and the ball was on the side. So there wasn't an intent for a tackle or intent for anything. There's no, so I don't think so. And plus the finish by Wilson though, like even if
Yeah,
Lloris
what a
wasn't,
finish, bro. This guy, man, he goes under the radar so much just because he's injured season in, season out for long periods of time. If he just plays 38 games of the Premier League season, bro, I think he's scoring at least, in my opinion, like 15 goals, at least.
I 100% agree with you, 100%.
Like
He's
his goal
he's clinical.
involvement is insane. He's clinical. He's a great finisher, and he's got all the attributes you would want in a decent striker of his price and of his age. He's so
Mm.
good for that. Like he's
How old
effective in
is
the
he?
sense. I think he's like 28, 29. Let me just confirm. But around the same age. Like he's not young, that's for sure. He is 30.
1992. Yeah, 30.
So I mean, for that age, he's playing pretty good. Like you know
Mm-hmm.
that I'd take him over DCL any day. I'd take him over
हाँ,
Danny Ings any day.
DCL. वैसे
I
पता है,
would,
at one
yeah.
point I had very high hopes from DCL. Like this
Oh
to that
yeah,
extent, I would love to have him at Arsenal because I
yeah.
thought a good manager would get something out of him, like Ancelotti did. But talking
Yeah.
about Newcastle, it was a very good finish, but Just
Bro,
not
but
easy.
wait.
Chip,
Talking about Newcastle, sorry to cut you off,
Almiron.
but Almiron, bro,
I was
Miggy,
coming to
what?
that point only, bro. That's what I was coming to.
Oh my
That
God,
guy
bro.
is the form of his life, bro.
Yeah, honestly, ever since Grealish made fun of him,
Exactly, exactly.
he scored way more goals than Grealish has
He
since
has
then.
six. He has six. Grealish has one. What a season he's
Yeah,
having, bro. What a
yeah,
season.
man. He
He
deserves to
scored
have
two
the
last
season because
week.
he, man, he's so decent on the ball. He's not a half bad player. It's just that now Eddie Howe's come in. He suits the system perfectly, right? And he's been a changed player ever since House come in
And what a
because
goal.
that attacking approach.
Did you see the goal?
Yeah. What a goal. The beauty about this guy is all the goals he scored are bangers.
Huh.
There's no taps.
Last week he scored a volley out for
Yeah. Yeah.
feet. Oh, what a shot. I wasn't
Spin.
even expecting that to go in the top bins, bro. When I saw that, I was like, the fuck did he just do?
Yeah, he's having the season of his life, I reckon.
Hmm.
Let's see, like
Let's see how far can he take this. Because
it's a question
Newcastle
of
doesn't
how
look half
far.
bad.
Bro, that's what I was gonna say. It's all a question of where Newcastle finishes this season. Because if they finish in the top four, can you
Nah,
imagine?
nah, bro,
No,
they're not.
listen.
They're not.
See, no. I'm just saying a hypothetical, right? If they finish in the top four, imagine who they can buy.
Bro, their process jumps 5 years ahead. If they finish in the top four, they're 5 years ahead of what they thought they were gonna be. Because they're not supposed to, but they did in the end. So now they're
Oh
5 years
yeah.
ahead. They're in the UCL. Funds isn't a problem for them now. So
No.
they're in the UCL. Doesn't matter European money or not. Doesn't matter. It's just another attraction for players that they're playing UCL and the money that they
Mm-hmm.
can give
Mm-hmm.
plus UCL, bro.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
like just 5 years from now. Trust me, 5 years from now, Newcastle is gonna be doing that. But if they finish top four now, then they're 5 years ahead.
yeah, I mean, the way they are playing, man, they deserve to finish in the top eight, top six. I really hope for Newcastle to secure a European place, be it top
Bro,
four, be it top six.
they've only lost one game this season up till now. They haven't winning all of them. They
Bro,
drew six, but
Trippier,
they're not losing.
Trippier, what a player, man! Their defense looks so
100%.
solid. Pope on top of that,
Bro,
just even better.
how they
It's
spend
cherry
so much
on top of
money?
the cake.
They bought a 40 million pound, no, 34 million pound defender, Sven Botman. They spent money
He's
though.
so
It's not
decent as
like
well.
it's
Like,
not like Eddie Howe has been a revelation, but they've bought money. They've spent money. They spent a bit
listen,
of
right?
money,
See,
but
they spend
he's
money.
good.
He spent money on Bruno Guimaraes, right? What a player he's been. If you just look at Eddie Howe's talent ID so far with his signings, he's spending money because he has money to spend. But look at where he's picking these
Signings
players
he's
up
made.
from.
Yes, I agree. The signings he's made, all of them are working. All of them are
They're
working. They fit his
shrewd
system.
signings. They've
They fit his
suited the
system.
system. Everything,
Exactly what
but I'm
matters,
saying
bro. In the
everything,
end.
but every player he's bought has been a hit. Has been a hit. No miss so far.
Mhm. In the end, what matters is if you fit the system or not. No matter how good of
Yeah.
a player you can be, if you don't fit the system, you're not going to perform at that level anyway.
Look at
So
United
that's
and
what matters.
Ronaldo.
Exactly.
United and Ronaldo is a
United and
classic
their
case of
signings,
this
bro.
syndrome.
Sancho, Maguire. I don't know so many signings that I can't
Bro,
even think of right
Ziyech
now. That I
Chelsea,
will later.
Ziyech
CX
Chelsea,
Chelsea,
Rafinha
100%.
Barcelona this season.
Werner Chelsea.
Bro, thing is with Werner, I wouldn't agree so much with that because the guy was just bad at finishing, right? Only if he
That's
finished.
true though. That's
If
true though.
only if he
That's
finished, he
true
could be
though.
a 30 goal striker, bro. He was getting in such good positions each and every game. There was such a high ceiling
Lukaku.
there.
Lukaku.
Ah,
Hmm.
yeah, man. Let's not get into that rabbit hole.
Matters is if you fit the system or not.
Yeah,
100%.
it's a talent ID for the manager as well because he has this vision of a player who's gonna fit in his system, and the execution of that just makes it all the more poetically justifying.
100%. But let's see what Newcastle can do this year. What where do you think they will finish? Realistically, no hypotheticals
Europa
here.
League for sure. Europa League for sure.
Europa League.
Sixth, fifth. Yeah, sixth, fifth for sure. Let me just put this in perspective, right? Newcastle are playing so good. Liverpool have UCL. United have Europa. Newcastle just have the league to focus on, right?
That's true.
In my
That's true.
opinion, Newcastle, in that sense, because they have much lesser games and much, well, no other competitions virtually to focus
Mm.
on, they can be more effective in finishing even higher. And don't
Maybe
forget,
FA Cup. They can
there
go.
is they
They
can
can
go FA
go
Cup. Yeah,
far.
see,
They can
that
go
would also
far.
land them a European place. But you know what it is? The
Mm.
January transfer window matters a lot for a lot of teams.
That's true. That's true.
That's gonna
That's
be
true.
season
Because
defining for top four.
last season they was bought Bruno in the January transfer window,
Yeah,
and that was
Bruno
signing as
Guimaraes,
well.
like,
So
okay, so let's move on to the last game worth discussing for this game week, I think, would be Villa Brentford.
yeah, what a surprising result, bro.
Stevie G sacked.
First
Scam.
game,
Approved.
first game,
Approved scam. First game without Stevie G.
bro.
Ming
Yeah,
scored. Bro, Ming scored.
Mings partied his ass off probably. He
Bro,
probably partied on the bus when, because bro, that was bad though. Like he got fired in Craven Cottage and then he had to ride the bus back home. Bro, that was fucked. That was fucked. But I'm sure Tyron Mings was celebrating his.
he must have been, bro. He was
चल चल जॉब सेंटर जाके तेरे को
लात
रस्ते में
मार
छोड़
के
देते हैं.
निकाल रहा था ये जेरार्ड को अपनी नौकरी से। इसको कोई शर्म नहीं है। निकाल के गोल मारा है उसके बाद। हाँ, गोल मारा है, क्लीन शीट रखी है भाई।
4 गोल मारे हैं यार, 4. एस्टन विला ने.
भाई, they were on fire that game, to be honest with you. Like, I
Very
did watch.
surprising. I didn't expect that to happen.
Oh, never mind. Mings didn't score a goal. He assisted.
Yeah,
My
he
bad.
assisted her. Bailey
But
scored finally.
bro, Bailey is a good one, man, but you just don't know what you're gonna get with him. Big games he
Goal and
shows up.
assist.
City against goal
Not
मारेगा,
big game
ठीक
though.
है?
Yeah. Bro, what a
Sit,
goal against City though.
yeah, what a goal, right? But
I was
किसी
so
और
happy.
post team के against आके खेलेगा तो he just doesn't like, it doesn't look as good. ब्रेंटफोर्ड भी अच्छी टीम है भाई, विला से बेहतर है अभी based on current form.
100%. Tony,
और उसके अगेंस्ट गोल मार रहा है।
Tony क्या खेल रहे हैं?
क्या किया
And
ब्रो?
I thought Aston Villa की डिफेंस के साथ ये लोग खाएंगे गोल, बट सॉलिड. एक्सपेक्ट तो मैंने यही कहा था कि ब्रेंटफोर्ड करेगा, बट डोमिनेट भी और उसमें क्या कहते हैं मैच में एस्टन विला ने ज्यादा किया. दे आर मोर शॉट्स ऑन टारगेट, लेस पोजीशन दो, बट दैट डजंट मैटर. मोर
Doesn't really
थ्रेटनिंग विद द
matter.
बॉल, मोर
I
थ्रेटनिंग विद द
mean,
बॉल.
Brentford can take the ball home. Villa will
Exactly,
take
bro.
the
You
three
just
points home.
यही
It's that
होता है.
Mourinho code, bro.
If you're not if you're not threatening with the ball, then all the possession you have doesn't matter. You just need to be
Yeah,
threatening. If you have less possession and more shots, then you're more threatening. You took more advantage of having the ball than the other team did. So like, it's no point. Fucking
yeah,
point
there's
having,
no
bro.
point. But
Take
what
that
do you
home,
think?
bro. Take that.
What do you think about the new managerial appointment, Mr. Unai Emery?
Good evening. Good
Sorry?
evening. He's famous for good evening. He's back. Good
Oh my
evening is
God.
back.
That took a while for me to soak it in, but when I fully soaked it in, I'll visualize it. But good evening.
He's back.
Well,
Let's see, bro. But he's for Aston Villa. He needs a better club than Aston Villa for me. Because
oh,
he could have played European competitions with Villarreal over there. He's not gonna do that with Aston Villa, bro. No chance.
but bro, Aston Villa do have a squad on their hands that he can do very well with. I don't think they'll finish European places just this season. It's too early. Maybe give it the next season. I think
No,
he's a
not
sort of,
next season. Because they're like, because especially Newcastle coming into the mix changes things a lot. Because
yeah.
they're gonna be fighting for European competition from this season onward, or maybe not this fighting 100% this season onward. So Newcastle is into the mix. Brentford is a better team than Aston Villa, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Leicester has been out of form this season, or else I would have considered Leicester if it was any other season than this one. So, but I don't see
The
Aston Villa
but the
next
past
season.
three or
Next to next
four games, Leicester have been really good.
have been, bro. That we're gonna come on Leicester next, but about Aston Villa though, I don't think so.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't think
maybe he
not
needs
next
time,
season.
but he can do
If
well with the team.
like obviously if he he has an amazing summer transfer window, this one and the one
Hmm.
after that, maybe 2 seasons after that, maybe. Like, you never know with football, but with the current team, I don't see it happening anytime soon, though. By
But the
honest, like
current,
they have a good
I
team. They have a good team.
honestly,
I'm not
they
gonna
have
lie.
a very good team, right? I would go and say it's very good, bro. They have experience. They have a mix of young players. They have quality in their squad, bro. Buendia, Bailey, Coutinho, Ings,
James Watkins,
Watkins, Mings,
Luka Dean,
Dean, Luca Dean, Matty Cash,
Matty Cash.
Douglas Luiz,
I mean, yeah,
McGinn.
they have good players though. But
Who's their second
Jacob
center back,
Ramsey,
like beside Mings? Jacob
Jacob
Ramsey,
Ramsey, Konza, the center back.
Ezri Konza. Yeah, not bad, man. Like, this
They have a
is a
decent
squad.
team, bro. They
Very
have a
decent,
decent team.
man.
I don't see top 10 though. I don't see top 10. Maybe. I don't see
I
it
see
happening.
top
I see
10.
Crystal Palace. I see Crystal Palace ahead of them. I see Brentford ahead of them. Maybe Fulham, bro. Fulham's been good this season. Mitrovic, Pereira, they've been playing good. This season alone, I see them. I see Fulham ahead of Aston Villa. So Fulham are my dark horses this season.
But to be honest, let's see what happens with Emery, how he starts, what he does, because it might
Yeah,
take some time
true.
for his philosophy to
Because with Arsenal,
spread.
he was eighth. So I mean, the rest is not. Hey, so let's jump to Leicester.
Yeah.
4-0, four shots,
Yes, man.
four goals. FIFA.
Yeah, this FIFA statistics, man. I looked at that tweet on Twitter as well. It's quite funny because they had four shots and Wolves had
Or
like
yeah,
15, 16. They didn't score a goal. But
Wolves had 21 shots, six on target. Leicester had five shots, four on target. And
I Jose Sa is arguably one of the better keepers in the Premier League, and for him to let in four goals of four shots on target is really poor.
Ward to concede zero goals is another miracle, bro. But though he conceded most goals this season, but now he's joint top for clean sheet.
That's wild, man. What?
Last, yeah, that's I read that. I think it's joint top, bro. Like he was at one point he had most goals conceded. I think he still does, but now he's
Oh my
joint top for
God.
clean
He
sheet.
wants to be
I had him on the
first on
bench
both
throughout.
sides of the spectrum.
He was like, first I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do that.
And then I'm gonna do that.
Let's just confirm this one, bro. Because if it is true, if I'm right,
That's
no, okay, he's not joint
fucking
top.
wild, bro.
He's not joint top because Pope five, but he's on four. Second though, Pope has five, Edison has five, and then he has four. A lot of keepers have four, but then again, he has four.
And you know what? When did this start? They've kept
3 or 4 in
four
a
clean
row.
sheets.
It's in a
Okay,
row,
so
I think.
two.
Three in a row, in a row. Three in a row, I'm sure about, but I'm not sure about four.
With Leicester. Yeah, okay, three. And
Three in a row, I'm sure about.
man, why is it so hard to spot Leicester? Yeah, four. Four in a row, bro.
4 in a row, damn.
Yeah. Five in a row. Five in a row, bro.
They
Am
have
I
only have
reloading the
four
same
on the
page?
league.
Wait one sec. Am I reloading the same page? Yeah, four in a row. Four in a row. My bad.
4 in a row, right? They only have four. That's what I was thinking. They
Yeah, I
don't
was
play
like,
any
what?
other competition. They play. No, they don't play any other competition. I don't think they're in the conference league.
The
West
bottom
Ham's
of
in
the
the
PL
conference.
website.
Bro, even West Ham, bro, even West Ham is ahead of Aston Villa. They're in the conference league, no?
Oh, West Ham. Where do we start with West Ham? To be honest, what a
No,
poor season.
yeah, they had 4-0 against Nottingham, and then 2-1 less at Bournemouth, 0-0 Crystal Palace, 2-0 Leeds, and now 4-0. Yeah.
Bowen doesn't look as good as he did last season.
Who? Bourne? Yeah, no.
Neither does Antonio.
Nah, West Ham looked bad in the start, but now they're picking up form now.
Yeah,
Like in this,
they
they
are
had
picking
one
up
of the
form.
worst starts. They were 20th or something in the first 3 4 games, bro. but then
Yeah,
they are kind of pulling up. They kind of getting form. So I see
yeah, but
them coming back. They,
to be honest, with
top half,
with that amount
top
of
half of the table.
investment, top half of the table, Leicester.
No, no, West Ham, West Ham. I see them coming back.
Uh, don't know, man. I don't agree with you. I think Villa will give West Ham a run for its money if Emery hits the ground running. That's again, we have to wait and watch.
West Ham is already ahead of Villa.
Yeah, but see, if Emery comes in and West Ham drop points here and there, Emery does well with Villa. I think Villa and West Ham are gonna have a similar sort of season in terms of like position. I think they'll be around each other.
They're only two
Like,
points apart. Five positions were only 2 points apart.
yeah, I think by the end of the season, it's a 1-2 position gap. Like max, they'll be Villa's gonna be 12th and West Ham's gonna be 10th, or vice versa, whatever. I don't think there's a huge gap in quality in the squads. You get what I'm saying? Maybe you could argue West Ham has a better
Nah, bro.
squad.
West Ham has a
West
better squad.
West Ham has a
Dude,
better squad, but they must get it firing again. The past couple of games look good.
100%. They've been out of form. The new signings also kind of gelling in, but I feel like they're gonna come back.
Yeah, I
100%.
reckon as well.
They're gaining form right now, so slowly they're coming
But
back. They're going to be back. They're top
it's just
10 though.
that top 10, maybe. I wouldn't be so sure just yet.
Top 10. They're
Uh,
already top 10, so I feel like they're gonna just gain places now, not lose them.
It's just that Villa,
But
just like because manager
depends.
bounces in the Premier League, especially men, they're really
Yeah, true.
I don't know what happens to teams, bro. Manager
Mm.
bounce and team goes from one side of the table to the other one completely. So let's see. Like I think Emery's gonna do well with Villa, and Moyes is doing well with West Ham for the past couple of seasons. But
But you know who Emery has for his first two games?
who
United.
and
United.
what? Both first games of United is a Carabao Cup and Premier League. Oh, makes sense. Oh, bro, I'll tell you what, right? I don't know. Let's do it before the next game's preview. But I have an unpopular opinion that United fans won't like. I don't think.
It's first. I think his first one is next weekend, and the after that is United, and then again United midweek. So it's United twice in 3 or 4 days.
I
Let's
reckon
see
he's
what
gonna
he
win
does.
one of them. I think he's gonna win one of them.
Hopefully the league one, because I don't care what happens in the Carabao Cup. I want United to drop points, go further down the table.
Yeah, let's see. Like maybe Arsenal also drop points next weekend. Who
अल्लाह ना
knows?
करे ये कभी हो.
ये कभी हो.
I have Newcastle, bro, first next game, so that's a very tricky one. St. James Park, so that's a very tricky one for Emery. And then United, and then again United. So,
Yeah, can't get enough of United, can he? He
hmm
won Europa against United as well.
good thing is they have home against United in the
Yeah,
league. So let's see
yeah.
that we're gonna discuss next for the preview
Mm.
next week. So what do you think Leicester is going to do much or no, or they're just gonna fall back?
I think it's a great run of form. I think they might build on from here because it's been a rough start to the season, but the players seem to be really making the best out of a bad situation, especially with Fofana gone, with Schmeichel gone.
Michael
They seem to
Gordon.
be looking better now. It would always take time, excuse me, for someone like a Schmeichel to
Mm-hmm.
go and for the second goalkeeper to come in and settle in is not always that easy, right? But the
Mm-hmm.
way they've done it now, the past couple of games, especially the last 4 games in particular, with all being clean sheets, is definitely positive signs for the future. I think Leicester, mm, not a top 10 team just yet. I won't go that far, but they'll recover their season up to 12,
Mm-hmm.
13 on a good day.
West Ham 2, Bournemouth nil.
I mean, it's a pretty expected result,
Zuma
isn't it?
scored, Suchek scored a pen. Oh, Ben Rama scored a pen. Sorry, Suchek didn't score. My bad.
Yeah, I
Ben
mean,
Rama pen, Kurt Zuma goal. 2
fairly
nil,
standard
easy win for
result.
them.
Think that's
Mm.
also what we predicted, I think.
Yeah, I don't
Uh,
remember our predictions coming up. We need to keep track. We're gonna do that
yeah.
from next time. That was the first. That was kind of screwed up, but we're gonna do better from now.
It happens to the best of us. It's fine.
Leads to Fulham 3.
Oh, that's a game we could. Whoa, that
Like I
was an
said,
entertaining one.
Willian scored.
Bro, listen, right?
Willian is back.
Unpopular opinion. Unpopular opinion. If this Willian was in Chelsea's team, he'd probably be our best winger.
The way he's playing, the way he
The way
played,
he's
I mean,
playing.
not playing, the way he played actually, because it haven't hasn't been that much. So he's playing good.
Yeah, so far so good. I'm liking what I'm seeing because it reminds me of the Willian that
Mm.
used to be in Chelsea. So, I mean,
Bro,
again,
it's a fake. It's a fake. That's what he did for us in the first game. He gave 3 assists. We were like, bro, Willian,
we've got a
and then
catch
he
here.
showed his true form.
3 assists,
Then he showed his true form.
and he showed you his
So it's good,
Gunga
bro.
for 36 game weeks
Let's
after
see.
that.
Let's see what it does for Fulham. Less pressure on him though, on playing for Fulham. But let's see. Let's see. One to
But
keep an eye on, 100%.
oh yeah,
One
I
to keep an eye
mean
on.
that why Willian makes a difference in the in the Fulham side is because Mitrovic, bro. Someone like a
Mm,
Willian giving in deliveries to someone like a Mitrovic, the form that he's in. Oh man, like that's a duo. That's a crossover episode that you
mm,
weren't quite expecting to see, but when you see it, you kind of like it.
mm. Yeah, 100% I agree. I agree with the analogy. सही बोला
Yeah,
तुमने बिल्कुल.
it's
But
interesting.
क्या कहते हैं? Let's see. मेरा तो dark horses है for them this season. I think they're gonna finish top 12. So let's see. So let me
You know,
downgrade.
I agree with you. I think Fulham's gonna pull a Brentford from last season.
Mm,
Brentford was pretty good
mm,
for a
mm.
side that just got promoted last season, and they still are.
And
Not doubting
uh,
their quality,
their
but
first
I think
first time in the Premier League, bro.
yeah, it's their first time in the Premier League. It's
Mm.
Thomas Frank has really done a great job there. He's a good
No,
manager as well.
they need to get a touch in the
Bro,
Brentford people because that's the
okay, so
bro. They have they
that makes right. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I have to point this out. If it's their first time in the Premier League last season, which I didn't know, beating Arsenal the first game they had in the Prem, that's the stuff of legends, man. Like this is what books are written of. It's quite a
100% beating a wait now you beat a big Premier League giant. Regardless, we've been a sleeping giant, yeah, but still a giant. Sleeping, but a giant. Still a giant. Bro, with third most Premier League titles, no one can chat shit. They are the only team to go invincible. No one can
if
chat
I
shit to us.
if
Sleeping
I used to like watch football in the
13
2003s and the
sleeping
2002s
giants,
maybe.
bro. Sleeping giants. It's been a while. We've been sleeping,
Yeah, but
but
I don't think you're waking up anytime soon either. It's just
bro, this season, let just wait for me. Inshallah, we
bro,
go
listen,
wake
I
up.
am waiting for me. You know why?
I'm waiting
Because
for May. No, actually, I'm
I'm
waiting
waiting
for Feb because Feb is gonna tell me what May is gonna look like. Feb March is going to tell me what May is gonna look like. So
see
I'm not waiting for
as
May.
as much as I like this Arsenal turn up in the Premier League finally after years, hopefully secure a European spot this season, inshallah. That's what I'm hoping for because I want to see Arsenal in UCL. It's been a minute, and Arsenal is a good side to watch, right? It's
Mm,
always been like that. It's good attacking football and whatnot,
beautiful,
but
beautiful
beautiful
football.
football. You have to
That's right.
appreciate the football that they play. But the thing is, you also simultaneously are bottlers. You are
Ah,
bottlers.
recent
See,
history, yes. Recent
in
history,
recent history,
100%.
see, like not back when TT was there, when Bergkamp was there. I mean, that was never the case. You were the only ones competing against a giant like United under
Mm.
Sir Alex Ferguson. But at the minute, man, like I'll have to see to debunk this stereotype with Arsenal the past
Ah,
couple of seasons.
it's
So that's
about time.
why I'm
It's
waiting for
about
me.
time. It's
It's
about
about
time we
time,
need to.
but I have to say, like, if Arteta does not finish top four after this start, he has to be
Bro,
sacked. He
fourth,
has to be sacked.
fourth. I'm saying top two because if we don't finish top two, that means we bottled and it's the same Arsenal. The reason I'm saying this because I want to see Arteta has proven up till now that this is a different Arsenal. That have been recent history. this is the time. If he finishes top two, he shows me that it's a different Arsenal. We're not bottling. We're
Yeah.
actually here to fight. We're actually here to challenge. That's a different Arsenal because anything under top two, that's bottling at this point. Because bro, you have 9 wins, one draw, one loss in 11 games. So you and inshallah that's gonna be like 14 points or 12 wins, one draw, one loss out of 14 games by the end by the World Cup break. So after that, I mean, top two. I want top two. After other than that, it's bottling because the start we had, the form we've been in,
But you have to
and
keep
I
in
want to see a
mind that
different
it's
Arsenal.
just 1/3 of the Premier League season, and these expectations do come with the position that you're in. But the next
Nah,
two
I'm not
thirds of the Prem are the most crucial because,
crucial.
say,
100%,
I
bro. Not the most important is April, bro. April is
yes,
the most important,
because
regardless of what happens.
this is when the
Crunch
easy
time,
fixtures
business
aren't
time,
easy no more.
business time, bro. This is the business time of the season. Crunch time.
Yeah, I
That's when
reckon,
everything matters. Whoever pulls
bro.
through April wins the league. So that's
See,
the
that's
thing.
why
Let's see.
that's why I predicted Chelsea to finish above Arsenal. You know why? It's not. It's obviously the bias. I won't. I mean, I can't rationalize that. Obviously, you're an Arsenal fan. I'm a Chelsea fan,
Hmm.
but I still think I just have a gut feeling that Arsenal will bottle this, and they'll secure European place. They should. I mean, that's they should secure that. That shouldn't
They
be a
should,
question no
bro.
more.
Uh,
But they, I don't
if they
know.
don't,
You see, January
the
window matters for me
allowed,
when it comes to
allowed,
Arsenal.
100%,
Like, if
100%,
you're challenging
100%.
for that title, you need 2 to 3 great
Two son.
signings. If you
खैर,
don't,
we're
if
gonna
you,
come. We're gonna talk about this more
yeah,
World Cup break के बीच में हमारे opinions के बारे क्यों अपने we're gonna give our league standings, prediction league standings, and why we think that's gonna happen and what we
yeah,
expect sub World Cup break when it comes. And last game of the game week, City 3,
which is,
Brighton 1. As expected, as I called it, Haaland brace.
oh
Haaland.
man,
Haaland.
oh man, this guy's a
Edison
fucking
assist,
beast, bro.
bro. Edison
Yeah,
assist.
man, what is going on? And he got a 45-minute rest against Dortmund. What do you think he's gonna do in the upcoming game week, bro? After this brace, this guy is breaking all Premier League records to have ever existed if he
Bro, he's
keeps
breaking
going
every
at
goal
this
scoring
pace.
record. He's
Yeah,
breaking
like
every goal scoring record, 100%. He's
he
already
should break.
broken like so many already, bro. Like three hat tricks, three home games. Fuck is going on, bro? And now brace after that. His fourth home game is like a brace. That's
So
like
close to a hat trick. So
that's
close
FIFA
to a hat
numbers,
trick.
bro. That's FIFA
Yeah,
numbers.
he's
Those
putting
are
up
like
the
manager
numbers,
mode.
man.
That's manager mode.
No,
I'm
he's
not even
great.
kidding.
He's a great signing. What a signing,
But
City.
one-sided game, obviously. City cruising, easily
I
winning,
mean,
pulling back. Brighton pulling one back, but obviously in the end, City just De
I think I
Bruyne
did
third
predict
goal killed the
3-1.
game.
I
You
think I
did?
did predict 3-1. Yeah,
चलो
because
खैर लास्ट वाली
City.
तो हम लोग ने किया नहीं बट अगले वाले से फिर करेंगे ना सही से देखते हैं कितना सही चलता है अब तुम्हारा पहले वाले में तो लग
Hmm.
गया तुम्हारा न्यूकासल भी लग गया सिटी वाला भी शायद लग गया
चेल्सी यूनाइटेड भी लगा ड्रॉ।
चेल्सी वाला भी ड्रॉ लगा
हमसे लगे
अच्छे
तो
लगे
हैं
हमारे
हारिस भाई, हम बेटर बन जाए भाई। पैसा दे रहे हो, तुम्हारा भी लगाता हो ब्रो, पोर्टफोलियो बनाता हो
फिर
एकदम।
मेरा लगा दो आर्सेनल विनिंग लीग पे 5 पाउंड आज लगा दियो मैं कह रहा हूँ
देखो,
आज लगा दो
गट फीलिंग है ना, वो अग्री नहीं कर रही है आपके साथ।
50-50 में आपके साथ स्प्रेड करने के लिए आपको मैं इंसेंटिव दे रहा
वैसे
हूँ 50-50
हुआ
स्प्रेड करेंगे
फायदा तो बहुत फिट फायदा होगा एकदम, मतलब लश
इस
चश्मिश सीन ब्रो।
फुल चश्मशीन
लेकिन
है वो तो अगर आर्सेनल लीग जीत गई तो फिर तो चश्मशीन है जिंदगी में कभी नहीं देखा बोल भाई वो तो एक अलग कॉन्वर्जेशन है अब सुनाई करवाए तो बेहतर है रोना भी आता है साथ साथ
चलो, ऑन दैट
खैर
नोट,
that was the game week that was the fixtures of this weekend
tell
that's
us
about
what
it
you guys think in the comment section below of our
100%
opinions and what you thought would happen in this game week and what happened differently, or what you predicted and happened to be right. Please share your thoughts.
thank you for tuning in guys You know what to
Thank you so
do?
much.
Like, share, subscribe, and comment.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you,
You
Abul
know
bhai.
it.
Very nice talking
Thank
to
you for
you.
your time, bro. I'll see you in a bit. Catch you in a bit.
Ho, ho, ho!